Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Chelsea have been eliminated by Brighton from the FA Cup as Brighton defeated them 2-1 at the MX Stadium. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. It was one of those games where it felt like it could have gone anyway. It was a really good game of football, if I'm being very honest with you. And I will say straight away, I think Brighton were by far the better team in that game. The game started and Chelsea really looked like, they were going to do something. They started the game on a really good tempo. They came very close early on, through Cole Palmer. Of course, he hits the ball and straight away from one touch. I forgot the player who passes it. It's just slips on my mind. Palmer takes the shots and the goalkeeper parries it away, and within less than a couple of minutes later they come back again, and Chelsea, a horrendous mistake by the Brighton keeper Warwick. I mean, what he was doing, how the ball went in, nobody has any idea. But Chelsea were gifted the lead inside 5 minutes, and Chelsea take the lead. It becomes 1-0. It was a stupid goal. I really have no idea how that ball went in. Such a silly mistake from the goalkeeper, and that is one thing that he would not want to see ever again in his career. They give away the lead, Brighton, but they really don't give up because they kept them going. That is why you like teams, you like to watch teams like Brighton, because they don't really give up, and the way that they play, it was a really it is always really good to watch Brighton. They come back, they play their good small passing football, interlink football, and they come back and they level it up. Like after 6-7 minutes they go back and they level it up. A great setup for the goal as well, a great header by Letal. No way that Roberto Sanchez was gonna save that. And Brighton make it a 1-1 inside less than 15 minutes. It was a 1-1, and the game keep on going. And I think after this, after the goal went in, I think Brighton were by far the better team. They had a much better position as well as compared to Chelsea, and they really dictated the play. Creating chances, and they came close a couple of times. Chelsea, they barely had, like, they had one shot on goal, and that was that Palmer. Apart from that, Chelsea really did not do anything substantial, if I'm being very honest with you, in that game. And the way that the team set up, I think Husdal got Maresca's number tonight. He really outplayed him. He really outclassed him in every single way. If I'm a Brighton fan, I can easily go out of watching that game, and I should be proud of my manager. I should be proud of my team. That the way that they managed to outclass Chelsea, it was really something special to see. First half ends and it's still 1-1, and second half comes in, and Brighton, they start the second half really good on top, and Chelsea really don't have any answer. And of course it had to be Mitoma. I mean, he's such an underrated player. The first touch, at first glance, you would think that it comes out to him, and he it's a shock to him that the ball has come to him, and he doesn't know what he's doing. But then you see the replays, how he heads the ball down with that first touch when the ball comes at him. It was really class. And then he dinks it over the goalkeeper. Such a beautiful finish from Mitoma. Sanchez, he sees the goalkeeper coming towards him, and he's slowly dinks it away from him, and it becomes 2-1 Brighton. And that came early on in the second half, and still they were the teams who kept on going, trying to score another goal. It never really looked like in that second half that Chelsea were going to score, if I'm being very honest with you. They were so poor. There was nothing there was nothing creativity wise from Chelsea in that game. The midfield battle was quite simply and quite easily won by Brighton, and I think that was basically where the game was lost by Chelsea. Brighton was simply sensational. The way that they kept on getting the possession back from Chelsea, that it was so easy for them. And the chances that Chelsea created, like, they were not really that threatening. Like, most of them were shots going over the bar or going sideways. Like, it never really threatened Brighton, if I'm being very honest with you. And Brighton, they get the deserved win. They get into the next round. And I think that this season, with the teams that are still in contention for the cup, I think Brighton would really fancy their chances. I agree. I get it that Manchester United and City, both of them won, and Liverpool have a game in hand, which most probably they are going to win. But amongst other teams, I think Brighton could really surprise everybody, and they can actually go ahead and win the cup. And with the way that the league form is going, it could turn out to be a really good season for Brighton. They could qualify for Europe. Either way, they could really get into Europe through their league phase. They are still one of those teams fighting it out to get into Europe. It could be the Champions League, it could be the Europa League or Conference League, depending whether they finish, wherever they finish, and they could go to Europe through the winning the FA Cup. and I really think that they can actually win the FA Cup. If I'm being very honest with you, I'm not exaggerating. Also, I don't see many teams in the tournament remaining apart from the three that I mentioned, and maybe Forest still have a game. They have not really qualified. Bournemouth are there, so it's looking, it's turning out to be quite a juicy FA Cup. I would really hope that none of the big three teams win this cup this season. And it's not about that I don't want them to win because they are my rivals or whatnot. It would just be really special to see somebody as a small team winning. That's why in the Carabao Cup final between Liverpool and Newcastle, I would support Newcastle even though they eliminated my club. It would be in a way it would be a good thing to see a smaller team win it, because most probably Liverpool are going to win the Premier League. As much as I hate to say it, I think they are going to win it, and so I would like the cup should be won by different teams. That's what I'm getting at. So it'll be fun, and if that happens, it would be fun to see a Brighton win it. Chelsea on the other hand, they had a sort of a peak period. It just feels like if anybody of you have if you have read studied economics or something, and you see a new product coming in the market in the beginning, everybody is skeptical about it. Then it has its boom, and then it has its declining period. I think Chelsea's season is like that. Maresca came in, and then they had a big boom where they were in the top three. They were supposedly in the title challenge when one of us were saying that they were in the title challenge, and now they are experiencing that decline where nothing is working for them. I still believe Maresca is the guy. I still think they should give him time. They should give him time. They should give him to build a proper squad. You see so many players coming in, players going out of Chelsea, but he is the guy. I still believe it. I think they need to give him time, a couple of good years, and he will make Chelsea a better squad, a better team. They still have they have a good core of players that can really help them. I said before the season started, my prediction for Chelsea was 9th. I said they are going to have a really good time. They're going to have really bad time. But the fans and the board, especially the chairman, Todd Boehly, needs to stick with him. He needs to be patient, and he needs to give him time. And it will be quite interesting. I don't think they are going to. I think the only trophy they can realistically win, and I think they should win, is the Conference League. Apart from that, they are out of both the cups and league. They are no way they are going to win the league. So this in a way helps Chelsea as well. They can keep their concentration on solely on the Conference League. So it is in a way, in my opinion, it is a good thing that they are out of the FA Cup. I know Chelsea fans are not going to believe that, but in my opinion, that is a good thing. They need to win something to keep Todd Boehly happy and to keep to make sure that Maresca stays in the job, because for me, he's the right guy to bring Chelsea back at the top. So yeah, quite a fun game of football. In my opinion, the right team won and they deserve to go through. Unfortunately for Chelsea, they are out and they have to concentrate on the league and the Conference League. Brighton, best of luck. Let's hope you go all the way. There's still a lot of games to go in the FA Cup, so it'll be interesting to see who they get as well. So now all of the eyes are on the Liverpool game mostly, and the Nottingham Forest, and then the draw. So yeah, that's from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Brighton's performance, what you guys thought of Chelsea's performance, and who do you think is the favorite to win the cup. Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of February, so please go ahead and subscribe the channel and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.